those of the Evening Rush Network. Viewers' discretion is advised.
Queens of New York Podcast. Live on the Evening Rush Network. Real, raw, and uncut Queens.
Yay, happy Monday.
Is it a happy Monday? No, it's a happy Monday. We woke up today. We happy.
Yo, you ain't sick enough, so yeah, it's a happy Monday.
I ain't got monkeypox that I know of yet. Cause like I was saying, it take 3 weeks. It take 3 weeks to show the fuck up. So who the fuck
shit
knows?
is different.
That's crazy.
We don't went from we still in a pandemic, from a whole flu-like virus to now some next level.
The chicken, I don't know. Cause they said, they said the people were saying it's like the chicken pox, but then people were saying that they trying to classify it as like a STD.
STD, I was reading, I was like, what?
But that's crazy because they said you can catch it just by touching someone's clothes.
Yes. Like if you wore somebody's clothes, towel, washcloth, even if
nobody
talking and they spit or something. This is terrible.
I am glad I do not borrow nobody's shit. I don't wear the same size. I don't wear the same size as nobody, and I don't go to nobody's house to wash up.
Right, girl. This is
Keep it to yourself, please.
Literally. And the kids be mad at me. Ma, you don't go outside. You need to go outside. Technically, I really don't.
I want to go outside.
Everything offline.
Look, I want to go outside, but do I want to go outside?
I want right. I want to catch a
flight. I was outside yesterday, so I don't know.
Nah, I wasn't outside.
I went outside this weekend. So in Prospect Park, they have like the little movie thing in the summertime. So they had Fame in the park on Saturday. So me, my sister, and one of her friends, we went to that.
How was it?
It was cute because before they put the movie on, they had like a choir from Harlem. They were really, really good.
That's good.
That was good. And then Fame is a depressing movie. It's a good movie, but it has so many depressing parts. It's so dark. I was like, we gotta go. They should have played something a little bit more upbeat. Like we needed to see Grease or
something spicy, right?
We needed something with a little bit more liveliness because this is depressing me.
Lord, so that means you had a good weekend. My weekend was pretty okay, I must say. Well, I just mainly worked.
I saw you had some orders. I saw that.
Yeah, I had some. I had orders since like Thursday. So
I seen that.
I
don't know if that Chanel inspired cake was this weekend or was that today.
But that was yesterday.
Cause baby,
you like that one? I was kind of nervous. I was like, oh God, because it was still warm, and that's why I don't do a lot of fondant cakes in the summer. Because I don't want it to be soft. So I have to do it literally the night before. And then I got to have the house freezing cold just so everything can sit how I want it to sit. So when I stack it, everything's good. But that one there, that one was an interesting one. The whole thing was kind of edible except for the flowers. The top piece of the perfume bottle, the white piece, was Rice Krispie treat. So I was like, okay, because she asked me could it be edible. And I gave her the options if it was edible or not. And she wanted it to be edible. So
okay, girl, I see you out here working.
Yeah, I'm tired.
Is it RuPaul's song? Yeah, she be like work. Now turn to the
girl.
Work.
I'm tired. I want to catch a flight, but I don't want to come back itching and shit. So I don't know.
Right, that's my whole thing. Is I'm like, I think I thought about catching a flight, but I don't think it's gonna happen because
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure. As my sister said. What she said 19 was definitely on a plane.
See?
COVID-19, that is. And I'm pretty sure monkeypox is too. Especially if they
this is a different.
Especially if they say to take 3 weeks, and they don't like properly sanitize those damn planes. So
that's why you gotta wear your long pants or your long leggings, and you gotta dress like you in the winter, so everything could be calm.
I do anyway, because to me it's cold on the damn plane anyway. I have on a hood, a shirt, some sweatpants, my socks.
God.
I have on my neck pillow. It be serious for me. Okay?
Now I don't put all that. But I definitely want a flight. I definitely do. Plus, JoJo getting ready to go back for college.
I don't know. It might literally have to be like.
But I think we're gonna get a shutdown soon. I don't know why I feel that way, but I think we do because we already declared a state of emergency for one.
They're not shutting down no more. I don't.
Well, listen. But I'm gonna tell you, why I feel it because we already declared a state of emergency at the moment, and then on top of it, the college kids is getting ready to go back to school, and then down south they're getting ready to go back to school. So now everybody's in an enclosed environment. Unfortunately, it is very impossible for our kids to get sick, and that's where it spread the most in the schools with COVID.
But what I'm trying to say is, I don't think they're gonna do another shutdown after they saw what happened with COVID. They can we lost too much money for that.
Girl,
and that's what rules the world. Everything is ruled by money. They had to kick out way too much money. And then people wasn't going to work. They we're not doing that.
But everybody talking about that little unemployment. Which one gonna pay more?
An extra $600 we had to get on? And a stimmy? Oh, no.
But I was reading something out. I think towards the end of the month, they're going to be starting to issue out stimulus payments again.
I hope so.
I was reading something on one of the news, New York Times or New York. I know it was one of them articles that came up that I was reading. They supposed to be issuing out, what's the name? And I was like, okay.
I don't know. First of all, I seen something. What is it? What was it? Was it for a stimulus or was it? I think it was college reimbursement, not reimbursement. Yeah, they were going to clear off your your debt
like that. Okay,
but it was if you was making six figures. I was like, nigga, if I was making six figures, I wouldn't give a shit about you clearing my debt because I could probably do that shit myself.
Probably.
Broke bitches here who ain't got no damn money.
Lord,
how about y'all clear our shit first?
Girl, but no, they had some type of plan that to save you from the whole college debt. The only catch was you can't go back to school, so a lot of people were opting out and taking that program. I was like,
I ain't going back to school. They ain't got to worry about me. I done went to 55 different schools. I don't want to go back to school.
I know that's right.
I don't want to. So they ain't got to worry about me. So just pay my shit off, President Biden, please. And I love you long time.
Okay. Right, call it a day, right? Sure. But my weekend was okay. Everything's going all right. But yes, you see, as we can see, everybody, one of our queens, she's running a little late, so she'll be tuning in. We have
get that baby from the babysitter. Today. That's what that is.
How?
I said because she had to get that baby from the babysitter.
Yeah, when she called me, he was in the back hollering. I said, "What you doing to my baby?" He's just hollering. She's like, "I'm just trying to get home."
He be hollering when she has him in the seat. Let his father put him in the seat.
Oh wow. Oh Lord. Oh.
He always gonna give her a hard time.
He was showing no fussing. He's showing no.
I know who to and who not to with.
Jesus.
And she's the two with, not
right.
He said, not my daddy.
Oh man. But yeah, this weekend was pretty okay. And it wasn't so hot. It was hot, but it wasn't so hot. But I know we're getting ready for another heat wave. I believe the end of this.
Let me tell you something. I looked at the weather today, and the weather said, today is a high of 79. I was like, okay. And then I looked at the weather for tomorrow. Why does that shit say 92 degrees?
So then the heat was starting tomorrow. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then not to mention it's probably going to be humid, so it's going to feel like 99 degrees outside.
Right. So then I might need to keep my AC on tonight.
You better keep that bitch pumping.
I turned it off because it was feeling nice. Even when I went outside.
Today it was only like 70 degrees today, and it had a little rain, so the rain cools it down some. Right. So it was 70 degrees all day today. It wasn't nothing major. Tomorrow they say 92, and it's gonna be nice and bright and
hot outside.
Hot
monkeypox.
And that's probably when the monkeypox be out too. It's hot outside.
Right. Y'all ain't want to listen when it was COVID time, so y'all gonna listen now. Everybody's
I swear that's what they doing to us. They y'all asses. We gonna make y'all stay in the house. Y'all gonna stay in the house.
Literally.
I feel like that's what they trying to do. I don't know if they trying to get rid of us, bump us off. Right. I don't know, but they also saying, what they saying, monkeypox is hitting gay and bisexual men the most. I'm like, why are y'all making it sound like it's a gay disease? Like, why would y'all do that?
And then now you're gonna be looking at people side eye. So you was on the low there.
Like that lady, like the lady that was on the train.
Right.
Man, you have monkeypox. What were you doing?
Right.
I was like, well, what is it? Because you know me, I'm just an idiot. I'm just an asshole at times.
No.
I'm just an asshole at times. And I was like, so what are they trying to say? Like you get monkeypox from doing it in the ass?
Oh God.
I was like, but there are women out here who love to do that too. So what's the difference?
Right. There's a yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be like, that's the type of no thank you for me.
I don't get it. I mean, you know what? I will never kink shame anyone. If you have a specific kink and that's what you like, I'm not gonna kink shame you. But I'm gonna let you know it ain't for me. And that's one of them that ain't for me.
Right.
That's not my thing.
But yes,
at all.
Everybody
today,
pretty okay.
What are we talking about today? Dealing with grief.
Dealing with grief, yes, and we have our special guest here. Where's she at?
She's in VA and it's raining, and when it starts to rain in VA, their internet is trash.
Yeah, but I know she's in the library as well. Let me.
Yeah, I don't think. Look, I feel like it doesn't matter where the hell you at. Once it start raining in certain places, it's trash. The internet be trash. There she go.
Hold on, because we trying to go.
But now she's frozen. See, I told you. She's gonna be looking like Nelly when he did his verses with Ludacris.
Precious is on. Hey, boo.
I was backstage.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Can you hear me? Oh.
We can hear you.
Yes.
Yes,
so
introduce yourself, please.
For the last couple of days, so it has been raining, and when it rains, sometimes we get blackouts. And so we just experienced another blackout since I've been here. That's why I came to the library opposed to staying home, because I felt like I was going to lose internet service. It still didn't work.
So as you can see,
it's better than being in the house with no internet.
That's something. Definitely right. Well, we have our other queen. Hello, Precious. Welcome.
Well,
little delay. But introduce yourself, our guest, and let us know where you did say you in VA. So let us know about yourself. Let us know, what brings you to the Queens of N.Y.C. podcast today.
Uh-oh. Hello, everyone.
She's frozen.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
you sound a little muffled.
It sounds like she's breaking up. Damn you, VA, and your blackouts.
If you can't see us, you may have to call us.
Can you hear me better now?
Okay, we can hear you right now.
Okay.
No, you
talk like really fast.
She's gonna have to call in.
All right.
Yeah, you might have to just call in because your connection is not good.
Okay. All right.
Okay, wait. You're gonna have to just give us a call in. You have a pen and paper.
Well,
so
it sounds like her audio is. It sounds like her audio was better than her visual. It sounded like her visual. It looked like her visual was like staying, and her like you could hear her talking, but.
Did you got
the number?
Yes, I got big. I absolutely got big.
You
Jesus.
Yeah, he just bit the shit out of my neck.
This is how he gonna end up not getting breastfed. You ain't gonna taking too many bites.
We have to change the number.
And he's not.
Okay, never mind.
Y'all come get your brother. Absolutely not. He just bit me. Get him.
Get him.
They like nah.
How was your weekend, Precious?
My weekend was just fine, actually. I stayed in. My weekend was fine. Stop. My weekend was fine. I'm trying to get it together. Y'all nephew is running circles around me. I'm too old for all of this. Send help. You know, all of that. My weekend was just fine.
That's good.
Now he's trying to hit you. I saw that.
He's flaring up. He's trying to get Oh, she's on. Our guest is on.
Hello?
Hello.
Yes, okay, much clearer, yes. So yes, please, unfortunately, we're sorry that you couldn't do your audio with us because of your connection. So explain to us, introduce yourself, tell us about you, and we'll just take it from there.
Okay. So my name is Sakinah Freeman. I am a licensed social worker. I am a certified youth counselor as well as a licensed life insurance agent in the state of Virginia and a few other states. So what was the question you wanted me to talk a little bit about?
No, tell us, just tell us about, what do you do? You said you're a traveling social worker when I spoke to you. So you hit various states and you work with the children, I'm guessing. Because I've never heard of a traveling social worker. So I know of the ones, that's local in the 5 boroughs. They come, they do their visits. How did you get into the field of traveling more so for starters?
So I've been a social worker for over 10 years. I've worked with various settings, worked with various populations. And when you're in the field working for such a long time, you sort of get bored.
Right.
So this opportunity arose, and so travel social work has been around for, I think, about like 10 or 15 years. Because since the pandemic, everyone has been trying to come aboard and become a travel social worker. I mean, you make decent money. You go to different states. You're there for anywhere between 3 months to 6 months. The longest I think you can be at an assignment is 9 months. And you travel to different states. You get the chance to meet new people. You get the chance to meet, get new experience. And it's just a wonderful opportunity.
Okay. Well, when I get bored, I normally try to quit. No, I'm just saying.
Girl, I'm with you. I don't want to travel. I just want to quit. Let me try something else.
That's what listen, I was like, how many absence am I entitled to?
You know what it is? She must absolutely love what she do. So
right, you to work, right?
Yeah, I like what I do now, but before I was like, you know what? I quit. I don't want to do this no more. I'm over it.
Yep. So I'll take a leave. But you're a traveling masseuse, though, right?
Yeah, I do travel.
What's the furthest you travel to?
Who?
What's the
furthest? I just travel inside the state of New York because that's where my license is valid. I don't usually travel outside of the state, but I'm about to get nationally certified, licensed, nice. So I can, because when I move, I'm gonna need to have me a job. So I'm gonna need to be licensed in that state too. So I'm gonna have to get nationally licensed because I don't actually know where I'm gonna be living yet.
Lord.
But I'm leaving New York. I can tell you that shit.
Terrible, you leaving me. So Sakinah, I know you're. Huh?
You don't have to stay here.
I know. I'm contemplating. I don't know. I'm kind of scared of wildlife. I don't want snakes and.
I
don't know.
Go travel to another state.
Huh?
I said, take the leap of faith and move to another state.
Amen.
I was thinking about it, but like I said, I'm scared of the wildlife. I don't want, snakes coming up.
No one said you gotta live in the middle of the country.
I don't need these big ass snakes on the top of my roof. I don't know. I'm kind of scared. I don't need my dog to be somebody's snake or deer lunch. I'm kind of.
I don't know. I'm not. Look, first of all, I don't know what it is, but I just had a big ass spider in my house. So what's the difference?
I don't know. It depends on what part of Queens you're in. It might be a little countryside. I don't know.
Hell no.
Right, see? So I don't know. And then it'd be too hot. I don't like the tan, so that's another thing.
Yeah, Emmy don't want to be nowhere where it's hot. Something wrong with her. I need warm weather all year long.
I don't want to tan. I don't like the heat, but then I don't want to be in the sun. I gotta take the vitamin. What is it? I gotta take vitamin D because I don't be outside too much.
You don't like to be in the sun.
And when my doctor
you know what? I'm not even gonna lie. A lot of Black women are deficient in vitamin D. Period.
But when my doctor told me that, I was like, damn, I really don't be outside if I gotta take vitamin D. I was like, well, we can substitute it for another vitamin D, but you know, it ain't the same thing. He was like, what is wrong with you? I said, I'm just saying, you know, I don't want to be taking 50 million pills, but I'm just saying, you know, you did suggest that. I'm just giving an alternative. But yeah, Sakinah, you mentioned you are an author and a co-author, so please tell us about that.
So, and I just wanted to just piggyback off what you said. So, MB, that's one of the biggest issues is that I don't want to say people of color, but Black females or black people just are not out in the sun enough, and we lack that vitamin D. And
right.
So when you do go to the doctor, they put you on vitamin D tablets.
Yeah.
So just go out and enjoy the sun. Enjoy the sun just a little bit.
I don't know.
But anyway.
But we have a picture of your book up. I know you can't see it, but we have a picture of your book up. Joy comes in the morning.
So,
yes.
Okay, so I am one of the co-authors for the book entitled Joy Comes in the Morning. It is a 90-day devotional. It is by 90 different authors. We all come from different walks of life, and we all talk about our experience, our testimony, our adversity with, excuse me, there we go again. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. So we all share our testimonies, our different adversities and life experiences with
just life per se.
With grief. Can you hear me? I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay, with grief. And so each one of us, each one of the co-authors, we write about our experience and we talk about the outcome of our grief, what we learned from out of it, what was the joy that we got from out of it, what was some of the pain. We just talk about that and we share our experiences with the world. That's what this book is all about. Is just sharing our experience of how we were able to overcome those that grief and that pain, and what did we do with it, right? And so for me, when I had experienced all of this grief last year, I took all of that pain and I took it pen and paper. So I started writing. And out of all of the deaths that I had lost last year, I was able to start my own business for Healing Hearts, Mind and Soul LLC. And with my business, I provide life insurance. I provide consultation, which is that I help people try to figure out what is the best advanced care life planning for them. The directives, so there's advanced directives, there's a will, there's a trust. I help them try to figure out which one is best suitable for them and their family at that time. I look over their policies, and sometimes, a lot of times, most of the time, their policies are sort of had them for years, and their lifestyle changes, right? So you don't really need $500,000 life insurance if your kids are phone and you spend all of this money and you're on a fixed income. So just taking a second look at their policies and making sense of what how they can have a policy that's current to their situation, making sure that they are putting in those advanced directives, those healthcare policies, making sure that they have obituaries, because I can help them do that as well. And then providing grief counseling. Grief counseling is so important because so often many people we lose loved ones and we don't get any counseling. And that is one of the most important things, that we harbor those feelings for years and years, and we have all of these behaviors and we don't know why. Like, why am I acting this way, or why do I get this way around a certain time? And it's because you have like unresolved grief. And so that's what I do. I provide grief counseling, and if a person is struggling really for a long time with grief, that no longer goes to counseling and it becomes therapy, and I can provide therapy as I am a therapist at this time.
Okay, cool. And how many authors? Dawn said it's a great book. Make sure you
You said there's 90. You said there's 90 authors in that book, right? So
Yep, it's 90 authors, and like I said, everyone comes from all walks of life, and it's a good tool, right? So this is a good reference for someone that is really struggling with grief to pick up this book, and hopefully you can find some, some tools from out of this, but also too, it's a good way of networking, right? So a lot of people want to know how to start a book. A lot of people want to talk to people from that are authors that have magazines and stuff like that. If you purchase this book, you will find a host of people, like I said, all walks of life with different careers, with different businesses, and they're all in this book, and they have their contact information for you to get in contact with.
that's beautiful.
Hey, Vet, how are you? And Dawn said it's a great book. I guess he would know since she dropped my copy of the book to him and he didn't drop it off to me. So,
you went there. Oh, God.
Of course he would know the book is good because he has a copy and, I couldn't read it and let the ladies know. So, of course he would know. So, reach out. Please let everyone know how they can purchase the book from you, or your website or your email address, so they can reach out to you, so you can purchase it, so they can purchase it and send it to. So you can send it to them, possibly autograph or however. If you're in, New York, you can meet up with them. Various things.
Okay. So my email address is info@healingheartmindandsoul.org. My business website is healingheartmindandsoul.org, and my number is 757-670-8384.
Wait, I could put the phone number in there. I couldn't get all those emails. I was like, what?
I got right. I have the copy. I'll put it. But I know we're gonna go to commercial soon, but we are talking about grief and everything. Is the whole book basically on dealing with grief in various ways?
Yes, so it is a 90-day devotional, and it is talking about grief and loss. Any type of loss that's experienced in life, and we all experience loss in life. That is considered a part of grief, and we talk about that in this book.
Okay. A
lot of people think grief is just like mourning someone's death, but you can grieve many situations. It doesn't just have to be a death.
A loss,
right?
Close friend.
When they hear grief, that's what they automatically think of. They automatically think of, okay, when you talk about grief counseling or grief, I didn't lose a lost one. But you lost a limb, right? Didn't you just lose a leg, or you lost a job, or you lost the independence because you had a breakup. You have to grieve that relationship.
Right. Dawn asked that. He said his relationship was in the
house. It's any type of loss that you experience in life.
Got it. And where can I get that book?
So you're gonna either send me an email, you can reach me, you can send me a text, or you can go to my business website and you can just send me a link, and I will be able to send the book to you. So you send me your address, it's payment options is either Zelle or Cash App, and you're gonna send it to my business website, or you're gonna send it to the phone number, which is 757-670-8384. And the website again is healingheartmindandsoul.org. My email is info@healingheartmindandsoul.org.
I have it via text already, so I'll reiterate it to the ladies and also put it under the link so various people can find you on Facebook and the other platforms that we're on that are visible, such as YouTube as well. Everything that's just audio, iHeartRadio and everything. Hopefully they just take the time out to listen to what you just mentioned. Dawn asked a couple of questions. Is relationship loss in the book, and does it say how you can fix it?
No, it doesn't tell you how you can fix it. If you have experienced any type of of loss with a relationship, depending on if it was a real sour breakup or if it was a loss where that person has died or expired. That still requires some sort of counseling, right? Because you have to process that whole entire relationship, and then also too you have to learn how to move on without that person. So all of those dreams, all of those goals, and all that stuff that sort of goes away with that person. And so now you have to start. It's time for you to create a new life for yourself. What does that new life look like without that person being in it? And sometimes
I get what you're saying, but there's various losses. Like I guess maybe in his instincts could be maybe it doesn't necessarily mean a death situation. You know, with a loss of relationship.
Right. And so, like I said, it could be like a sour breakup. But look, when you have a sour breakup, you was with that person for a long time. That person you probably once shared the same household, and now you are paying the bills on your own house. How are you going to deal with that? Do you have children involved? Now you have to deal with, your children becoming a single parent. That also is a loss of that person being there helping you 24/7, right? Loss of income. Loss of love, loss of all of those dreams. Maybe I want to get married. Maybe I want to go on all these family trips and venture out. That's a loss because now that you're not with that person, all of that is going with them.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And so I think a lot of times what happens is that people struggle with that because, they mope, and that is all normal because grief is normal. And they go through that whole process and then they don't know how to bounce back. And so sometimes they result to alcohol, sometimes they result to other maladaptive behaviors because they just don't know what to do. And people don't care, right? Honestly, I hate to say that, but people don't care. If you go through a breakup, sometimes people say, well, I'm glad it's you and not me, or they just don't know what to say when people are going through rough times. And so what they do is that they sort of separate themselves from that person, but the person is already alone. So if that person does not have any friends or family to actually reach out to them, that's going to be supportive to them, they are alone twice, right? So they're alone to deal with all of that stuff by themselves. And then they are alone again because they don't have that support network. And so the person starts to decline.
Mm.
And that's one of the most important things about getting grief counseling. Again, it's not all about death, it's about the loss of whatever it is that you're missing in your life. And so now you have to rebuild your whole entire life without that person. But before you do that, you have to, sorry to say, it's the RIP that life. So you have to you have to really think of all of the stuff that you wanted to do. And it's not saying that you can't do it, it's just realizing that you can't do it with that person because that person is no longer there.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Interesting. But we are definitely on a 30-minute mark, and we're gonna pay some bills. We're gonna pay our commercial, and but I know you mentioned that, like you said, you travel. We have, as you know, we are all three independent women. Well, we're independent.
We're not gonna say we can't say Precious is independent because Precious is an independent dependent.
Right. So, but we all have businesses. If you were not aware, Rainbow is a masseuse, and she does Rainbow Refreshers. If y'all don't follow her already,
a mixologist.
I'm out here mixing these drinks up, baby.
That's exactly what she is. Please follow her on Rainbow Refreshers, One by Rainbow. She's also a travel agent as well. Since you are in various states and stuff, maybe you might want to hit her up for that as well.
I also do a little insurance too, like her.
See, If anything, follow me as well. Envious Creations on Instagram and Facebook. No special asterisks. 360 Photos is up and coming. Precious is getting that in order and getting that.
She got to get herself in a groove.
Yes, she's trying to get it together. If you're also trying to come on the platform as well, we still have currently a little bit of room on how to get your own podcast going on the Evening Rush Network. So reach out to us on that. If anybody else is looking to start a podcast on the network, this is how you go about doing it. We're gonna run our little
To
commercial.
podcast shows and do not know where to start? The Evening Rush Network can help you with that. Call us at 929-441-2417 or email us at theeveningrushnetwork@gmail.com for dates and prices. We got you for all your podcast needs. The Evening Rush Network. Tune in, subscribe, and share.
Queens of New York Podcast.
I made it back, y'all. I didn't think I was gonna make it back and had to make a water run.
I didn't see my shoulders. I'm over here like I was about to jam. Then I heard it turn up. I had to look up like, what the hell is happening?
Yes, and we are
That's at the end.
Yes, I don't know what he's doing back there. He must be pushing buttons. It wasn't me this time. But we are back, everybody. If you missed the first part of the show, we have a co-author/author. She's telling us about the book that she wrote a chapter in regarding to grief. Miss Sakinah, she's also a traveling social worker. The book she's written is also posted. Joy Comes in the Morning. Please reach out to her. Let her know it's 90 different authors.
Officers.
90 different authors giving you various views on their own on grief and things that they went to and get things that they went through. Also, if you like I mentioned, follow us at Rainbow Refreshers, Rainbow One by Rainbow, and Envious Creations, and 360 Photos up and coming. If you don't already, please follow us at Queens of NYC Podcast. If you don't have the app already, download the app. You can watch any show of ours on the Evening Rush Network in the App Store, your Google Store, your Apple Store, whichever store on your phone. Download it. The app is currently free. That possibly will be changing soon enough if you have to pay for the app if you wait a little bit too long. But
give us our money.
Right? Send us some coins, please, and thank you, respectfully. But yes, today's topic is dealing with grief. Everybody deals with grief differently. Everybody deals with grief in their own type of way. There's no one way to go about it. So,
and grief isn't just the loss of it isn't just death.
Yes, correct.
Grief can be a loss of anything. If anything, like Shakina was saying, loss of a job, loss of wage, a relationship. Y'all broke up. That's a loss. Well, it may not be a loss. It might be a gain. Get that bad person about your life.
Right.
It's their loss, not yours.
Or it could be a loss of a relationship, like she mentioned. You thought you seen yourself with this person, and it didn't work out that way. Something. But a lot of times, I think when it comes to certain situations in our adult life, a lot of times in the children, your younger life too, we have a problem apologizing. So if my thing, instead of taking ownership, you rather not have the person there. You rather not apologize. You rather not deal with it and accept ownership. And a lot of times that's where the loss comes into place. Like, well, fucking she left, or fucking he left, and this is the case when a lot of times it just takes an adult conversation. You know what? I fucked up. You know what? I'm sorry. How could we fix this? And a lot of times the loss does not have to be the loss. And that's just my opinion. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of times,
that's a good one. You gotta also remember, some people don't they struggle with accepting accountability, right?
Right.
So if someone never in their life was held responsible for any of their actions, you
and
that's some of these guys that are mama boys, right? That's what we call like mama boys. Their mothers have always made things seem all right for them. So now they grown, they in these adult relationships. They don't know how to apologize. They don't know how to take accountability because they never had to do those things before. So you have a lot of grown men and women
correct,
that don't know how to take accountability, that don't know how to apologize, and they just rather just walk away because it's so much easier, or they book ahead. That's what I call it. Like they book ahead. When they starting to see they messing up, they just book ahead and do somebody else. And then when that person gets mad, it's like, okay, that's fine because I already started this other relationship, and it's like a cycle with them, and they just keep doing that and never taking accountability for any of their actions.
Absolutely, there are a lot of people like that. I'm like, what is Dawn saying? Women don't feel like women don't feel they are ever wrong.
Oh Lord, here he go.
Dawn, shut up. That's not true. Women do feel that they're wrong. We may just not admit it. I ain't about to tell you I'm wrong. I know I was wrong. And that's why I try to make up with you. But I'm not gonna be like, you know what? My bad. I was wrong. That's why I came over here and I was like, baby, what you ready to eat? You want something? You want some food?
Apologize without apologizing, so to say. But you have people that don't even want to do that.
You know I'm sorry.
But that's the thing. You have people that
she's apologizing indirectly.
What you saying?
She's apologizing indirectly.
Exactly. Right. But a lot of people don't want to do that. They let their ego, they let everything get in the way of a lot of things. And then before you know it, a friendship that probably could have been fixed, a relationship that probably could have been fixed, only took a grown folks conversation. You know what, my bad, I was overwhelmed, or I was having a bad day. And
what is the TikTok says? Everybody grown until it's time to apologize.
And that is true. That is very, very true. Unfortunately.
I may not say sorry, but you're gonna know I'm sorry by my actions. I ain't got to physically say it.
But sometimes you need to get a word,
Nah, I'm lying. I'm not. Let me tell you, it is not easy. I'm not going to sit here and say like it's easy to be just like, you know what? I'm sorry. It's not an easy thing to do for anybody. I don't think.
Right.
But if it's needed, I'll say it. Only if it's needed.
Terrible. Oh my God. So Sakinah, your main suggestion for people dealing with grief is counseling?
Yes, I do suggest that people get counseling so they can actually process through whatever they're feeling. Like I said, once again, grief is normal, but at some point there are different types of grief. And so one of the I think one of the most important types of grief there is like this, it's called disenfranchised grief. And that is for a lot of people that say, like, if you had a partner and he died, right? And you didn't go to his funeral, or just a friend or something or someone that you are not able to see that person or to say to get any closure. That's what is disenfranchised grief. And that happens so often. Like people say, their cat ran away. A lot of people are really attached to their animals. And so what they do is that because their cat ran away, they'll go out and buy a cat that looks just like, identical like that previous cat, because they can't let go of that cat that they love and care for years. And it's just like anything else. Another important topic for grief is like anticipatory grief. So when people are diagnosed like with any type of terminal illness, when you know someone is going to die, you immediately start to grieve that person. What people start to feel is that, when that person do die, they don't have those feelings and they don't understand why. And they get confused and they try to make themselves have those feelings. Well, you can't make yourself have those feelings because for those 6 months, you already been grieving and you didn't even know that. You knew that this person wasn't going to live. And then the fact that the minute that you knew that that person was not had this terminal illness, you immediately started grieving because you're like, okay, so now I got to start planning a funeral. Well, what could I do? You started doing all of those things to prepare for their demise. And when the person sort of dies, you sort of relieved because that person is not in agony and pain no more, and you no longer have to be the caretaker for that person. People don't understand that. And when you go for counseling, there is different counseling for certain things. And there's a lot of support groups. There's support groups for people that have breakups. There's support groups for people that parents that had miscarriage, stillborn, right? There's support groups for widows, people that die of suicide, terminal illness, a loss of a miscarriage, anything. There are support groups. There are groups out there, and some of them are online. Some of them are within your community. And I will be posting all of that stuff on my business website, so I can give people the resources, and also provide like a support group as well. I will be starting a support group sometime in September.
Okay.
I haven't planned up to date yet.
Okay, we had a couple of questions. Can they go to Miss Freeman for counseling? And how do you feel about selling help books?
How do I feel about what?
Selling help books, I guess various books to help people or direct them, to guide them, like how Don asked
about
earlier.
self-help books.
So that's what it said?
No, self. Yeah, not self.
Self.
How do you feel about self-help books?
Oh, self-help books are actually wonderful. It helps people in whether they're professional or personal or professional development or in their lives. It provides them with tools that you can't get by Googling, especially if you don't have access to like a mentor or a coach or someone in that field or whatever you're trying to work on. The first thing to do is to go ahead and get a self-help book, because that's going to help you start out.
Okay. You guys are absolutely right about like the grieving process, like when you know somebody has a terminal illness, like grieving them, because that's what happened to me with my father. Like my father had rectal cancer, so I knew for a while it was coming.
Right.
So I literally I cried just about every time I went to see him in the hospital. Like it was just like, you know me, because I'm emotional and I cry all the time. I'm Miss Crybaby over here. But like at his funeral, it was like a regular day for me, because I had already grieved him from before he passed away up until like me having to do the funeral and this, that, and the third. So the day of, it was just like I already knew. This day I knew was coming. Right. So it wasn't. I had already grieved him. I had already knew that it was going to be over before everybody else did.
Right. You went through the stage.
Not saying that it didn't faze me at the funeral, but when my brother and my sister were up there, boo hoo crying, and I'm sitting there with a straight face on, like,
you want to eat?
Y'all act like y'all didn't know. Right. Y'all act like y'all didn't know this was coming, but because y'all weren't there, y'all weren't doing the things.
Y'all didn't make it right
with y'all father before he passed away. So now y'all crying, boo-hoo crying because y'all wasn't there. I was there. So I didn't cry because he died, because I had already grieved him while he was still alive, because I had to watch him go through his pain. I had to watch him go through that pain, and nobody would, just me, myself, and I, pretty much. Besides, my fiance and my uncles or whatever, but none of his other kids, and that's why they up in here boo-hoo crying.
You accepted the fact that it actually happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had already grieved him because I already knew.
So you already experienced that, and so other people that wasn't around, they experienced it a little different, because that could be guilt too. They could be feeling guilty because they wasn't there. And so, like I said, sometimes that's just an unfortunate feeling for them, because they will have that extensive grief, that sadness and stuff like that, because they have to get some sort of closure, and hoping that person will forgive them for their actions.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. But you won't know if you're forgiven, because that person's no longer here to tell you, I forgave you.
Correct. Any thoughts, Precious? Comments? Responses?
I'm not very good with grief. So
You're not?
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not good with grief. So this topic is something that, I'm still dealing with grief.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still dealing with grief. I don't really have any, much things to say. I'm listening.
Right.
I'm taking it in because I'm trying to figure out ways on how to deal with my own grief.
Right. One day at a time, one step at a time.
One day at a time. I do believe that the self-help books that you guys were talking about definitely work. I want to read her book as well, so I was thinking about that and stuff. So that's really it. I don't deal with grief well.
Okay.
At all.
But I think that's everybody. I think everybody deals with it differently. Some people can handle it more, better than others, and then some people might be like, "Listen, I can't deal with it. I get it. It is what it is, but I can't deal. I don't even want to have the conversation." You understand what I'm saying? Because especially when it's whether a loved one or a regular relationship, a lot of people can't manage it, whether on different levels.
I don't think that I handle grief well. I just feel that I'm always trying to be strong for other people. Yeah. So in trying to be strong for them, I have to also be strong for myself. Correct. So I'm out here just trying to be Miss Do It All. You need a shoulder to cry on? Here's this. I can't do it. Or it's possibly because I cry all the damn time.
So that could be why you cry all the time, because you got to let it out some type of way.
Let me tell you something. Right. Crying is the best thing that could ever happen to anybody.
Hold on, wait.
Crying is a sign of grief, letting it out. And if you're always strong for everyone else, when are you going to be soft and pink for yourself?
But it's very draining. It is very draining having to be strong for everybody else.
Oh, and everybody knows I'm a big ass softie. Everyone knows that I cry. I will cry at the drop of a dime. You go like that, Rainbow can dig up some tears. You would think the way that how I cry so often, you would think I would run out of tears. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
We gonna be crying together. I'm gonna be strong for you, but we gonna be tears gonna be rolling down the face while I'm strong.
But it's okay, because I think sometimes you need to cry, because there's a lot of emotion that you let out crying and don't realize it. And then when you cry, you be like,
it makes you feel better. You feel better after crying. That's why I let it out. I'll be like, that nigga got on my nerves today. You know what? I feel better.
Right.
I feel better.
But also remember, what they say is that the strongest person is also the most sensitive person.
Very much so. Very much so.
The strongest person is the one that needs the most love and affection. They don't get it because they always got to be strong for everyone else. I didn't say that's what it says.
Okay.
I didn't say that's what it says.
Sometimes I feel offended on certain things, and I always feel like I got to be on defense mode. So okay, it's making sense. Because I'm tired. It's very draining trying to be there.
I don't know. Maybe I am, because everybody be like, you so mean. I'll be like, but I'm not mean. Like,
that's right. That's what I hear. And I'll be like, okay. Right, but it's to the point I'm unblocked when I hear that. Why you so mean? Why you look so whatever?
That's your business. That's how you feel. That's how you interpret it. That's your business. I can't help you.
He said, Don said we mean. No, we just got to be mean to him because he want to play all day.
Nah, I'm not mean. This is the whole thing. I'm not mean to Don, so I don't know what the hell he's talking about. I just tell him what it is and what it ain't.
But he says that's us being mean. He doesn't like that. I know you got to go soon, Mr. King.
But also, too, being mean can be a defense mechanism as well.
Okay.
That can be a way.
It absolutely is for some people.
For being so pretending not to be so sensitive, not letting showing any feelings and stuff, like being like
that's so vulnerable type thing.
Nah, I'm telling you, I have no problem with telling anyone. I am fragile. I am sensitive, and I will cry if you talk to me the wrong way. But know that I try to beat your ass.
In the process.
But I'm a cry and try to fight you. No, I'm not trying to fight nobody. I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover. Maybe I'm not even that. I don't even know. But I don't know what I am.
When you're grieving
up in the air with me.
Right, when you're grieving, there is no specific time frame, correct? Or how long you should grieve or anything?
And for somebody to tell you that, it's crazy.
Normal grief usually is about a few months. But if you're grieving something or someone over a year, then that is called prolonged grief, and that's when you need to go get some therapy. Okay,
so it's technically a year, and after it's prolonged grief,
stuff like that. And
No, I'm trying to get what you're saying. You said it's technically a year. Anything over a year is considered hold on grief.
Prolonged grief.
Oh, prolonged.
Prolonged grief.
But I
And what I
don't know. It depends. I feel like it depends on who you're grieving.
Okay.
Because Precious is
No.
saying that she's grieving. It's her mother that she's grieving.
Okay.
That's a hard one. Like that's a hard one to
so
get
what
over.
happens is that when a person is looking for grieving counseling, right? You work that person. Usually, you work with that person after 2 or 3 months after the person had that loss, because you want to make sure that that person is getting into their feelings and processing stuff. Then you can start to help them sort of start making sense of the situation, right? So you work with that person 2 months, 4, 5, 6 months, anything pretty much after a year. If you're still grieving or for anything, that is considered prolonged grief, and that now has become a mental illness. So now that it's
meaning what? Like grieving how?
We go
Like I don't like. I feel like I'm still grieving my father's death. I feel like I every so often I just remember and I'll start to cry. Is that me still grieving?
Right.
Or
but
is that
that's different. That's different. You know that he's no longer dead, right? You know he's dead, and you know he's no longer coming home. That you'll never see him again. I'm talking about people that still has not accepted the fact, that think that this person is still going to walk the door. People that feel like, okay, I didn't cancel the trip because we're gonna go. No, he is gone.
You. I got what they're a little delusional.
So you're gonna grieve. Yeah. So it's if a song comes up, right, that can remind you of a person's traditions, those rituals, those holidays, right? You're gonna always think of your father if you had celebrate Christmas and Thanksgiving and his birthday and Father's Day. That's normal. What's not normal is that you buying your father gifts. Like, so Raymond, what you doing? Oh, I'm in the store. I'm buying my dad a gift.
Gotcha.
Like 2 years ago. Yeah, I'm gonna buy him a gift. I'm gonna save it for him. That is prolonged grief.
Okay.
You're not accepting the fact that.
See now that makes sense. I'm trying to get home. Make sure that my girl ain't going crazy. That's why you said 1 year, and I'm like, wait a minute. Yeah, she's not in denial that her mother passed away. It's just that she's still having a hard time
accepting
accepting the fact that she's dead, but she's just having a hard time with her emotions. Like you said, every so often she'll have a breakdown.
Which is okay because she's human.
And so she probably needs to get some closure on that, right? Maybe there was some stuff that she never got the chance to say to her mother. Maybe there was something that she needed to do with mom before mom had actually died. And so what she needs to do is that she really needs to speak to someone and try to get some closure on that, and then she will start to feel better. Once you get closure on stuff, you will feel a lot better. Of course, like I said, those holidays, the songs, even you celebrate people. I lost three people last year, right? And so this year marked their first year anniversary, and it was very hard going through the emotion. That's why I wasn't able to meet with you guys last week Monday. It marked the first year anniversary of my ex-husband that I was with for 20 years, and so I had to be strong for my kids. And so by me being strong for my kids, it took me a longer time to grieve because I had to be strong for my kids and I had to also be strong for my grandchildren. And I was not taking the time out to take care of myself. And I wound up sick. And I almost lost my own life because I wasn't taking care of myself. And what I learned, going through counseling, they told me that it was a broken heart. The such thing called broken heart syndrome is true. They said that last year in August, I got so sick. I was in and out of the hospital, couldn't figure out why. I was testing negative for COVID, and what I learned was that I actually said it was a broken heart syndrome. I was with this person for 20 years, and I got really, really, really sick. I couldn't walk. I couldn't talk. It was really bad.
You couldn't function right.
I started packing up my stuff and was like, well, it's my turn, and I started planning for my own funeral because I was like, I'm not going to make it. I kept on going to the hospital. I can't tell me what's wrong. I'm not going to make it. And so once I got myself better, I went through counseling, and I went through the whole process, and I had to take care of myself. And once I took care of myself and I understood that process, it made sense to me. And I really, before all of this happened, I already became a life insurance agent, and I already became a grief counselor. I just said I didn't have the experience, right? So that last year, around April, I became a life insurance agent. In May, I became a grief counselor because I was working with the geriatric population, and every time I discharged them from a psychiatric hospital, they would die. And I was like, what in the world is going on? And not only would they die, the family didn't have, of course, they didn't have the discussion. So no one knows what to do with mom or dad. Who she wants to be buried, who she wants to be cremated. No one knew what to do with these loved ones. And so that made me angry because a lot of parents had some resentment. I mean, a lot of the kids had a lot of resentment towards their parents. Remember, this is a psychiatric hospital, meaning that these individuals that were dying were in the hospital for 20 years, 30 years, 10 years. And so, if you think about it, many, many, many years ago, they didn't have all of these medications, and they didn't really know how to treat people with mental illness. So they put them in a hospital. But before they were hospitalized, they put their children in a freezer. They burnt their children. They did these things to their children because they wasn't properly diagnosed and wasn't properly on medication. And so these children remember this as adults, and now if their parents are dead and they don't want to have nothing to do with them. And so I had to work with the children for them to put their feelings aside. Not like I didn't, like, had to validate their feelings and their emotions and their trauma just so they can provide the proper service and the proper care for their loved ones. And that was hard. So that made me mad. And because that made me mad, just like I believe in what Mike Murdoch said, he said, anger is passion and anger is a clue to your assignment. So I went to work. I was like, well, how could I become a life insurance agent? And how come we need to start talking to families? And I'm so tired of saying, go fund me. We need to do something. Why black people not have life insurance? That pissed me off. And so that was the start of everything. Once I started that, in June, my sister died. In July, my ex-husband died. In September, my other sister died, which is like my little cousin. And I had my own birth with death. So here I am now. This is what I'm talking about. This makes sense to me.
Okay. But like we mentioned, or like I mentioned to you earlier before we got on the show, we definitely may have to do a part 2. For one, just so you could be visible, of course, because I know you had a connection issue, and then 2, so you can we can go more detailed, because there's never enough time to be doing certain things, and this is one thing that I think really needs to be touched on.
Absolutely.
Whether resources, whether guiding people on how to go about doing so, and just being able to identify, I'm grieving, just give me a minute, or I don't know why I'm angry, I don't know why I'm emotional, and then see, just take it from there, because this is definitely one of the areas we all tend to lack on, identifying when a person is grieving, and being able to help them cope with it, I'm guessing, so to say.
Yes, you're absolutely right. And it's the stigmas and the stereotypes and the taboos all around getting mental health treatment and life insurance. When people have life insurance, if they lose their job, the first thing they do is stop paying their life insurance. And I'm like, why? You can die any minute now. Who is going to take care of you? That is not a bill that you choose not to stop paying. That's
right.
Like you said, it's a stigma. It's a stigma in the black community.
If you have the right life insurance. Yeah, you have the right life insurance policy. Guess what? You have equity. That's money right there. Call your life insurance agent and borrow money from your policy and pay your bills for the next 2 months.
You don't even have to do that at certain times.
Like that.
But certain times there's certain situations with different policies that if you lose your job, they pay into your policy for 90 days or 6 months if there's a situation. Then you don't always have to borrow from the policy, because a lot of times when you borrow from the policy, it takes away from the value of the policy. So when
she's saying if you get into a bind and you need the money, you can borrow from it. She's not saying just just to pay the insurance.
Yeah, you can.
No, but even when you borrow
you can borrow from it. And also, if you call them and let them know that you're in this bind, that cash value that you do have, they're going to take that cash value and they're going to keep on paying your monthly premium.
That's what I was just saying, yeah.
And so that's what life insurance is. They do not want you to get rid of. They don't want your policy to lapse, because if your policy lapse, then you start and keep it on your policy lapse and statement, you're starting all over. So if you have this policy for 26 years, guess what? Once it lapsed and you put reinstatement, it's starting a whole new policy. You lose your 26 years.
You lose it, yeah, you lose it all. That's the reason why they, like what she's saying is absolutely correct. That cash value, they will take that cash
exactly
value.
And that's what I was trying to say, because once you borrow from it, it definitely takes away from the value of the policy.
Well, no, your value is still the same. It's just that if you, God forbid, if you was to die today without paying back that loan, they're just deducted.
Right.
It depends on what it's deducted, but you still have a policy in place. So if you took out $1,500 and you never paid back that $1,500, guess what? Your policy that was for $30,000 now is what, $28,500 because you never paid that back. So you don't lose out on anything.
Right.
It's actually ideal for, that's the best thing to do when you are in a bind and you need money. You will get that money within 5 to 7 days. And either you can pay it back, or you just like, well, you know what, my policy just gonna be short a couple $1,000. If you have enough to pay, it's up to you. But the most important thing is that people should not get rid of their stop making payments on their policy. And everyone should have life insurance. Like, that's just a necessity. That is a necessity. Get life insurance. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself, because your families are not going to do it for you. They don't know what you want because you never had that conversation. That's pretty much how I leave it. Like, don't leave it up to family members to do GoFundMe. That's embarrassing.
But not even that. It kills me because
you didn't have the care for yourself or your loved ones. Because life insurance is for the people that are alive. You leave that for your loved ones.
Correct.
To lose that financial, you want to make sure that they will have that same financial stability that they had once you live. So it's sort of like a replacement for your finances once you're gone. But it's difficult enough to carry you and take care of your public expenses. Like,
she breaking up.
All the time.
It just kills me because we have insurance on people will have insurance on everything else.
On their phone and everything, but
on their car, their cell phone, their this, their that, but don't have no insurance for themselves. And it's not even. I don't even need you to leave. If God forbid, I wouldn't need my significant other to have a policy where, when he died, I'm gonna be paid. Just have money so I could bury you.
Right.
Or cremate you.
Right.
Whatever it is that you want to be done, just make sure that there's enough money for that. Other than that, I can take care of myself after you're gone. But people don't even be having insurance policies for that.
Correct.
Right. And I always tell people, I'm like, well, you have insurance for your car, you have insurance for your phone. You think those are more valuable than your life?
Right.
I'm confused about that. If you can have those things, and what a lot of us has been trying to do, and I'm talking about like life insurance agents and managers and stuff like that, it should be something that's required by law. Just like it's by law, you have to have car insurance. Well, by law, you should have life insurance. And so there are some
by law you have to have
about that. Like, you need to have
health insurance.
That should be a requirement.
Right, it's required by the law for you to have health insurance now too. If not, you gotta pay.
So
you gotta pay back your taxes.
Insurance, and you have to have car insurance. And most people have insurance on their washing machine, they dry, but you don't have insurance on your life. It's just it's ridiculous. And getting people to like understand the importance of it. They're like, well, I'm not going to die. Well, we all going to die, sweetie. We just don't know when. We all here.
Everybody dies.
Right.
That's the guarantee in
we
life.
just don't know when.
That's the only guarantee in life is that.
Well, I mean, right now my guarantees are I'm gonna stay black, die, and I gotta pay my taxes. Those are my 3 guarantees. That's it.
Right. Well, we definitely appreciate you, Miss Sakinah. I know you are. I know you did mention you only had, you 45 minutes. I know you're out and about. We definitely.
I'm in my car and I'm home already. I got kicked out of the library.
See, so it kind of worked out.
It was 45 minutes when she was in the library using the internet. She said she didn't need them no more.
So it kind of worked.
I got kicked out, but I always go to the library because if you are really, for most people to have your business, or only to have your business, it's hard to do work at home. You need to remove yourself and go someplace. So you can go to the library, go to Barnes & Noble, wherever. It's just that you someplace and you getting your stuff done. I can write a whole essay. I can write a bio. I can do everything at the library when I'm home. I'm eating pumpkin seeds. I'm watching, not even watching TV. I'm on all different types of phones, devices, and stuff like that. I don't have that same momentum when I'm home. So I have to always remove myself. I get so much stuff done. I don't know if
Envy has to stay in the house. She has to bake her cakes in the house. So Envy got to stay in the house.
I'll be tired.
And I have 2 laptops. I have a desktop. I have an iPad. You see me on my iPad. I have 3 phones, and it's still, I need to remove myself.
But even when I travel, I take my laptop with me and everything. It'd be a whole lot because I always overpack anyway. And then on top of it, having to bring the laptop and then I'm tired.
Let me tell y'all this. When I'm on vacation, I'm on vacation. Don't ask me to do nothing. I'm outside.
Girl,
I don't even, half the time, I don't even know what my phone is.
Well, I'm gonna have to try that because I ain't tried that yet. Because man, listen, the only thing that I have gotten a lot of respect on now is they've been respecting my business hours. I was getting text messages 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock. I was like, good Lord, if I was laid up, he would not want to leave
at 3 a.m. What are we doing?
Right. So that's why I definitely had to reiterate it and post it like, I don't ask for much. Just please, business hours is business hours. Don't call me about a Hennessy cake at 2:30 in the morning and I'm in bed. Or I might be baking, So it's definitely a lot to deal with when you want to go into business for yourself and do everything on your own.
When you are in business for yourself, you are open 20. It feels like you're open 24/7.
Literally. I wake up.
You do feel like that there is no cutoff because you want to make sure that you are getting business, but you have to commit to just giving yourself a time. Because guess what? As they calling you, you can't call them during that time. Girl, I'm calling you on my lunch break. You know I'm at work. So why
right. You gotta text me real quick. Right.
I'm going to do something. Well, I'm sorry. I'm going to do something. So it's called working, and I am not available until after 6 o'clock. You have to be real stern with that.
Right. I get a lot of texts in the night. I'm sorry I'm texting you so late, but I work overnight. And then I'll look at the message and be like, well, I got to respond in the morning. Sometimes I'll be tempted because I don't be liking certain icons on my phone. And then I'll be like, no, I'll respond in the morning. Or I'll wake up to the texts and Zelle payments and Cash App.
You can open it. That don't mean you got to answer them at that time.
Nah, I ain't gonna open it because a lot of people have these Androids and they show red message and not red message.
I would forget anyway. If I read the message, I'd be like, "Oh, you text me, huh? Oh, my bad, I forgot."
Right. That's why I don't respond. I'll leave it as an open message and then I'll respond back to it. But we definitely thank you. We definitely.
Yeah, we're gonna have to revisit this when when Virginia isn't having its bad weather.
Yes.
We can actually.
Maybe when I'm in Connecticut. How about that?
And then we'll definitely put it together for part 2, and then we can make it do from there. And then hopefully by that time we all be done had our books, and then we can give our opinions and our thoughts on it. We can order it from you. You can ship it out. Because I guess Dawn's not going to bring me my book that was dropped off.
I mean, he already read it. He needs to just pass it on.
He said, what book? That's his book. So I guess I ain't getting my book no time soon, so I'm going to have to order it. But it's cool. But yeah. But hopefully by the time we do a part 2, we'll all have our books and then take it from there. And then, work on it from there, and then educate from from reading it, our different point of views, and then letting everybody know from there. So that could definitely.
Yeah, and then I can also just keep you abreast of like upcoming stuff and then on the resources, because I am, like I said, one thing that I'm working on now is really trying to put together a support group, virtual support group that's going to be available to the public, and that is for anybody that needs support, that wants to just let things off their chest. You have a safe place where you can do that. Resources for people that have books, that have podcasts, anything that's related to grief. I'm going to open it up just to have a resource for a place for people to go. And they don't have that on online because there's a lot of restrictions. Like a lot of people do not want to post, if you're selling a book and stuff like that. And that's not, if you're really in the business of helping people, then you should be able to provide all types of services.
Absolutely.
And resources. Everybody can make money. There's enough money to be made for everyone.
Absolutely. Everybody can. Right. But yes, we're going to definitely wrap it up. We went over our time. We appreciate you for dropping in, calling, and everything. Once again, if everybody doesn't do it already, follow us at Queens of NYC Podcast on Instagram and Facebook. Follow Rainbow Refreshers, One by Rainbow, for your massages and your drinks. Follow me at Envious Creations
for your everything. For your everything.
Your treats, your events, your specialties, your personalized items.
Everything.
Yes, your everything, in other words. Yes.
Everything.
If I don't make it already, just give me about 24 to 48 hours. I'm going to definitely put it in place. That's one thing I could definitely say. I definitely am working on.
You'll figure it out.
Right. I definitely am working on a couple of new lines as well to add and to branch off to what I want to do, which is this one here is going to sell itself. So I don't have to work too hard on that one. I just probably run it to the post office every couple of days for that one. I can't take it.
All right. Don't tell it to them. Tell it to me.
All right, ladies. It was such a pleasure. And I look forward to
Yes,
absolutely. I can't wait to do this again.
Yes, we appreciate you. We thank you for joining us, and then I'll reach out to you another time, and then we'll just figure out another date.
All right. Okay. Thank you for having me.
No problem.
Thank you for being here.
Yes, and everybody else, we thank you. We appreciate you. We're going to close it out and shut it down and make it do from there. Precious had to go. She had to tend to the baby. Rainbow making it do on that side. I guess I got to.
Rainbow about to go find her some food.
Right.
Always.
I got to feed these children on the side. So I'm going to do what I got to do on this end, and we'll catch you next week. Same time, same channel. Have a good one, y'all.
Queens of New York. Queens of New York. Queens of New York Podcast.
We're back. Y'all queens are looking awfully lovely today.
Thank you. I'll be trying.
We ain't come to play today.
It's the lips for me on you.
It's the lips on me for you to hear that. I just MBK through
Applying a little pressure. We got to apply a little pressure today.
I don't know if they ready, y'all.
Don't come for us.
How do you spice up your love life with or without toys?
Nice, slow, simple, mellow.
No judgment here. Yeah.
See what he was trying to do with that toy. I'm going to take it easy.
Spice it up.
Any suggestions when using different toys and stuff?
A little bit of lube.
Playing with your nipples, sucking on your neck.
Oh my God.
You won't need nothing if it's hitting.
Naturally juicy, naturally wet.
Right? I ain't trying to be out of order.
I'm a pleasurable treat.
Don't be afraid to incorporate your partner into the play.
Get into it.
And that's
the way they advertise in this
work,
role, we might not need extra partay.
It's Monday.
Real, raw, and uncut queens. Live on the Evening Rush Network.